let's I will today explain to you how to design a notification system. Okay. What do you understand by a notification system? Can you just uh, give me answer, one liner answer?
Generally, to understand system notification system, I think notification is just generally acknowledging the client with via some with some content like whatever related to that, maybe purchase related. Suppose he has ordered something, so we can give him send him notification like you have ordered this one, this is successful, something like that.
Yeah, correct. So basically, there are different type of notifications we do have in our life. Like there is an like we take an example of KFC. KFC can notify you about different deals by like SMS, then sending an email, or people. There is a nice emoji. Do you have?
कोई ढूंढ रहा था यहाँ पे फिर रोल बैक होगा ये
Yeah.
रिमूव हो
And then an email, SMS, then Android notifications, iOS notifications. Okay. So we take some example like examples in the sense we gather our requirement. Our functional requirements will be like first will be like support notification for SMS, then email, then Android and iOS. Okay, iOS mobile devices type. Second, you can think about like it's a real time. Okay, and we can currently we can think it should be a soft real time. Maybe a little bit delay is allowed, but should be no data lost. Soft real time and little delay allowed, but no data lost. Means we have to set a retry mechanism. Then this service is like who can trigger this service? We have some users or our system can trigger this. Like our clients can trigger it, then our system can trigger this. Okay. And from the user point of view, we should have like around uh, what you can say opt out feature for the users. If a notification is subscribed, so the user can have the privilege to uh, opt out if we don't needed it, and because of that we need the uh, device number, or I can say device data with us. So these are mainly some prerequisites, and we can take an example like how many message SMS in daily basis we send. We send around like we can take like 10 million uh, this notification, mobile notifications. Then we can have 5 million email per day, and let's take 1 million SMS per day. So this is our system should incorporate all these type of things. Are you with me till here?
yes yes yes
So let's have some basic, like, high level design here. As you can see, there are lots of devices included. So we should have support for multiple devices. Then we should have user data, user info, like user opted or not. It should be stored in DB. Then the last service that we needed here, maybe notification sending mechanism. These things we should incorporate in our system. So it will be like, if a simple design I will provide you, it will be like we should have a one provider who provides the notification, and as there are number of devices, different devices, one is email, one is SMS, we should have some third party APIs which will send this to the respective members or devices. So you can take, this is our notification provider. Okay, so here we have different things aligned, like for Android we have for iOS we have APMs, Apple message. Okay, Apple push message is there for iOS. Then different APMs are for this is for Apple, and this is for like Android devices. Then we have SMS services. Then we have email services. Okay, so this provider will like connect to them. This, and they in return they will connect to different devices. So this is a high level design for us. iPhone, SMS. Then we have email, laptop. So what this provider will provide, like, it will provide a device info and a small payload. So this thing will be as a JSON, which will go by this API, and the payload will carry the information, the notification that you want to serve.
Who is this provider? User?
Yeah, this is provider is the system that we are going to develop. This is the notification server that we are going to.
Okay.
Okay. And how this provider will be set up, we can think like, first of all, uh, for this provider to initiate these things, we should have the user info, and for having the user info we should have different, what you can say, uh,
Device ID.
yeah, device IDs and all. We should gather those things, right? So for that we should have a API server, and that API server should have some DB with it, linked with it, and it should store in that DB all those informations. Correct?
Hmm. Okay.
You can say like this is a uh, this is our DB where we are going to store the user data, and in this middle, these are our servers. Okay, these are our API servers, which will add the data to it. And here in the center, we can set up a load balancer. So that API servers are there, right? So it will store all the data based on it. We have a LB, and this is our DB. Fine till here.
Yes.
Okay. A high level design that we can, I will draw it to you. I will show image to you based on this. How to send this structure to the iPhones, all the iPhones. Let me bring that image to you guys.
ऐसे अपने गेट से देख तो लो कौन है, पहचान तो लो।
Can you try dragging?
Yeah.
इंडियन क्या मुस्लिम ही होगा, मैं सोचूं।
An Indian man was killed following a drone boot attack on the oil tanker Gulf of Oman.
ओमान है। बहुत बड़ा।
Like before going to this, I can explain a little bit to you guys one more thing. Like this is a provider that we have, right, in the center, that this is our notification center. So it will also get connected to different clients. The client could be like our own services or our partners that we provided these notification services. Okay, they are different clients. These clients can have access to our this notification service. Okay, they can send requests to this provider, and based on the device info and payload, this details will go forward to different users. Okay, all those details are there. And here you can see one problem that arises with this system is that there is a only single system is set up. The single provider is there. Okay, what is the issue with this single provider is that the single point of failure. It will lead to a, if our notification system goes down, uh, the data will not go in forward. So that's why we should opt for a distributed system. for that. Okay. And another problem that arises here, that as we have kept everything here, there are many duties that this provider need to complete. You can say what duties it need to complete. Notification provider duties. But or before telling to you, can you guys suggest me some tasks that this server need to be do? Like one is we said the notification sending. Other than that, what it's should.
It should log the notifications.
Okay, logging is
How
one
many
of the part. Yeah,
that can have how many delivered, how many failed,
yeah.
how many
Tracking,
users have
right?
opened that
Logging,
tracking.
tracking, yeah. Logging, tracking. Then
Uh,
there are
the client information.
DB queries are there
Mm-hmm.
to get the client information. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. One more thing is like when we send the email, there is a template. Notification templates are there, so it should process those templates also.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of these tasks are on single system. So if there are lots of CPU heavy tasks are there, so it can overload the system. And then again, the second first problem, like we said, the cons of this is single point of failure. Okay. Then we have task overloading. Fine. So because of that, we should move our scenarios to some different logics. What we can do, instead of like going for a single server, we can opt, we can like distribute this task to a different levels or different scenarios, or you can say different managers. Like you can say one manager is like a DB manager, one could be a message sending queue manager. Okay. And then others are like workers are there who will take care of delivering these to the third parties, and the third party APIs should have uh, like send to the final our final users. Okay. The third part, one thing I forgot to mention, let me include that also. The this third party APIs that I have said here, na, like APIs Apple push mechanism. Okay. Then this is SMS services. There are different third party services who provide SMS. Like one is Chimp, I think,
Twilio.
and
Mailchimp.
Twilio is
yeah,
there for SMS. Twilio we use.
yeah, Tulio,
I
correct.
have used actually.
So we should have a flexibility in this layer, that the new we can easily incorporate new uh, provider, third party provider, or if someone is outdated, we can easily replace that. Those things we should take care here. So based on those outcomes, we have come up with this new mechanism here. You can see in this diagram. These are our notification servers. We kept kept here multiple servers here. So it is like a distributed system, and they will talk with the DB behind a cache layer. We should introduce a cache layer so that there are different notification settings are loaded, which should be kept in this cache, so that we should not every time interact with the DB. It will make our task faster. Then this another layer is the message queue. So it is a very important queue that is it will reduce the overload upon our notification server. Notification server now will handle main tasks like getting the data from the DB and like pushing it to based on the settings, user setting, pushing it to the different queues, which are like Android, SMS, email, and all. So there are different. We should have a different queues for all of them. So we can use Kafka queues here.
Actually, in this diagram which you are sharing, we could have covered only one notification first, maybe two only, just like SMS or email, something like that. That would have been easier. But yeah, it is, since there are two types of mobile, Android and iOS. Here it is giving all the diagrams. But I think
Okay.
one was enough, like SMS queue. If we would have gone through that, like how would we send the SMS? Then email is very much similar to that, and then same thing to on the Android and then iOS. But yeah, we
Okay.
can proceed ahead.
We have kept it different because there are different type of templates to all those type. Like SMS have different template, email has a different template,
Yes,
and
yes,
Android
yes.
could have a different template.
Yeah.
And our third party services are also different for them. Okay,
Mm.
that's why we kept a different queue so that they should not be bottlenecked by one another.
Yeah.
And we kept a worker machines also for all this task. This worker, what is the task of this worker machines? It will pick messages from the queue and like go to the third party, and if it passes and reach to the user, then it's fine. If it fails, is again regular queue, so we can increase the workers there. Okay, so this is a structure that we have suggested. It's like it has provided lots of solutions to our problems. Do you have any questions till now? Okay.
Okay, I have only one question. Let's say we send a notification to iOS users, right?
Okay.
Let's say three different iOS users,
Mm-hmm.
and two have received the notification, one haven't received the notification. How we will track that?
Yeah,
Can you help me?
very good question, Vipul. So these are little bits. This model has some improvisation needed for that. So those improvisation that you have mentioned, one is like we should have a tracking mechanism, right? So
Mhm.
that if it fails to deliver to some person, we should have some event associated with us.
Oh,
Then again, we should have another one part, that overloading of SMS. We should have some rate limiter, that how much SMS we should send to some person, so that will not bombard as an spam to that person.
Guys,
my
can we
question.
leave this Q&A at the end of the session so that we can concentrate here?
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So actually, the next parts are based on your questions only. So that one question that you asked, it's very how this works if something get failed. Okay, it comes under like reliability. How we should make our system reliable, so that we should not lose data. That you said, if we have a campaign for reaching around 1,000 users, we should deliver those to the 1,000 users. Not if it takes some time, it's not an issue, but uh, it should not fail. If it's fail, we should have a try mechanism. Okay. Similarly, like a recipient receive notification exactly once. Okay, it is one of a good questions come under. Yeah. Like if as you have divided your system in a distributed, okay, distributed way, uh, then how you will monitor that the same SMS should not be re-delivered to a particular user. We should keep a event ID related to particular user, that if it's extracted for a particular user and from the DB, then the same user should be not re-deliver for the same event. So a event ID should be attached to all those campaigns. Okay. Then another important part is like these are service one, service two. Our clients are there, right? Our API should not be exposed to all those. We should have an authentication layer. Otherwise, otherwise can anybody utilize our notification system and bombard our this architecture? Okay. So authentication is one of the main part, and then another thing that is important is tracking. I think we should write these things here. One is authentication. Authentication is important. Then we should have a tracking system which reduce failure. Then we should have a logging system which will keep a log that how many data has already sent. Then we should have a rate limiting factor included, so that same user should not have lots of messages. Then one is security, as I said here only. Another part I already set up here. There should be a monitoring system that should be kept here, like monitoring these queues. There are not lots of messages in the same queue, so that if the messages are increased, we should have also increased our workers. And let's have this simple thing that related to the tracking. Like we should have a service, like if we start the notification, then different phases should be there. Okay, like first it starts and go to the pending phase. Then from pending phase, if there is an error, no. From pending phase it go to the send phase. If there is an error, it should handle that error. Okay, after send, if there is an error, it should again go to the pending and retry, and after send it should go to the deliver status. Then only we should consider it as delivered, and after delivery we should also have a tracking system that either user clicked it or user had go for opt out.
Different colors are there available, like in the right side. If you want to use colors, just like error you use, yeah.
Okay, like this.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this is a basic mechanism of tracking that we should include it. So based on this, there is a high level diagram that I suggest to you guys. I will add up that photo here also. You can see here, like there are n number of services. We just break down it to, we haven't shown like service 1, service 2. We just write it as service n. Okay. And this is our notification server where we have incorporated the authentication and a rate limit factor. This rate limit will see that how many users should be tracked, that how many the SMS should be delivered to a particular campaign. Then after that, the data should go to a iOS queue. This is a thing that, as JB you mentioned, I explained for a particular one, iOS only, and this is for all other ones, little like that only. There is a analytics service that we should incorporate. This analytics service will keep track of all these things like start, pending, and based on status. Like from after send notification, we go to the sending mechanism. We updated as send pending. Okay, when worker thread try upon the iOS queue, and if it's sent, it will deliver to the analytics that it is sent, and if it fails, it again retry the our system, iOS system. The notification template that earlier it is upon the notification servers list, it is brought up here to the workers. It will create according to the different template. It will create different type of our like notifications, and we have a notification log maintained here so that it will help to later on monitor the worker loads that is happening. Then at the iOS level, we will check that what the click has done, either it is clicked or it is opt out. So this is the flow, that is the final flow we suggest here. So it incorporate almost all these things: authentication, tracking, logging, rate limiting, and monitoring system. So this is our final design that we should kept on for our notification system. Yeah. So I'm done with my session. Do you have any questions?
I have only one question that I was asking. Let's say worker node sent notification
Mm-hmm.
to an iOS mobile.
Mm-hmm.
We sent 100 notification as in campaign,
Okay.
but it was delivered
Hmm.
by only 90 and 10 was not delivered. How we are going to identify that?
Okay. That we will by this click tracking. Click tracking will see either it is clicked or it is opt out.
If users, if there are
Uh,
multiple notifications, that's from IRCTC,
Let me, I
Swiggy.
think I can answer this. I will try to answer this.
Okay.
Yeah, you are suggesting like if there are 100 SMS or 100 emails and we are 90 out of 100 are successful and 10 are not successful. It looks like 10 failed, right? So if a message is going to be failed, so here you can see the message queue. Here is IOSPN, which is a message queue kind of. Some in bigger projects there could be Kafka, something like that. So if here 10 messages are failed, then what will happen generally? They will go to a queue. They would be in a retry queue. There is a retry queue, so they will pushed into retry queue. The 10 messages would be pushed into that, and after some minute there would be when we retry, there is some timeout. Generally we give a time back of time there is there, so we give some time there. Suppose we gave 10 seconds time, like if some notification is failed or SMS is failed, we will retry after 10 seconds. In that case, it will again retry there. It will again retry for 10 seconds, and if this is successful this time, out of 10, maybe suppose uh, 3 times, generally we have 3 times of retry. If it doesn't happen, then what will happen? If it is not successful, then it would move to a dead letter queue. There is a dead letter queue where if unsuccessful, then it would move to that queue actually. So generally there is a, in this case generally the retry queue, failed messages are pushed into retry queue. It will retry the cycle basically one time, 2 times, 3 times, something you configure. And if after all those cycle it is not successful, then it will move to the dead letter queue. And so this is, I think this is the way.
Yeah, you got it right. I think people asked one another question with it. It is a retry mechanism. To get to retry, we should have a tracking mechanism should be there that either it is delivered or not. Maybe there are network failures in the APN. So his question is around that, I think. So people, this all this are like this message queues or message sending have some acknowledgement also from a device like mobile device or email. If we don't get the acknowledgement, we will think it is as a failure. Then we will again retry to that user.
Okay, so we will wait for the acknowledgement from the my particular device. If I get any notification and this acknowledgement is sent back to the server. If people
Yeah,
have
back to
received
the
this
server.
notification.
Correct.
So let's say I haven't received any notification. And there is no any alert on the server.
Hmm.
So if the server retries again after 3 seconds, whatever time there is, 3 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and an hour. But if retries, will I be able to get 2 notifications? What will happen to the old notification? If network comes, if there is a possibility that I can receive the 2 notifications multiple times.
Yeah, that's why I've said there. No, it is you can't make it fail safe that a same user could not get two notification. It is another system problem is there that it could not be handled 100% with.
Okay, so whatever notification we have all sent earlier, we cannot discard that if we are sending again.
Yeah, we can have a mechanism like we will try once or twice. More than that.
People here, you are actually this question when in the old system like 10 to 15 years ago, sometimes when there was Java mail queue for mailing service, there was Java mail service. So generally what happens in this case, when you push some messages, suppose in the queue, basically, uh, one second, I lost myself. Can you repeat the question again? The problem which you asked.
Okay, so let's say I sent one SMS
Mm-hmm.
to someone
Mm.
and it is not delivered. How could I server know? Because server haven't received the callback from that receiving end.
Right.
So what server will try? It will give another attempt after 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay.
Mm.
So there is 2 notifications sent to the same user.
It will not happen in advanced queues, messaging queues. If you are using advanced messaging queues like ActiveMQ or Kafka, actually they have a offset. There is a concept of offset. So the messages which are delivered, suppose the messages count is 1 to 1000, something like that, and you are at 9, suppose 900th message you are you successfully sent, but 100 messages left, right? Now your offset is on 901. So this 901 offset actually, when server will somehow, suppose it server has crashed, and now again server is there is a restart, something like that, server is active now. Now when it goes to read the message, what will happen? There would not be any repetition, because it goes and finds into the offset log. There is a log where it sees where if from last time where what was the offset, what was the offset of the last message read. So there it would be like 900 900 was there, so 900 was from 901 it will start the message and again start everything like successfully sending. So there won't be, I think, two notifications for the same by using this Kafka or basically offset system.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, we can end the session.
Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Let's start recording then. Yeah.